Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another video series of Let's Talk Habs. This is the weekly video. It's about reviewing what happening last week and what is coming for the Montreal Canadiens. And we know last week we got a lot of action for the Montreal Canadiens. So don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you everything you need to know about what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, you know the drill right there. Yes, click on subscribe. We are almost at 3,800 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please click on the like if you enjoyed this video. And finally, tell me what do you think about the video for the Montreal Canadiens? Leave your comments. If you have any suggestion, everything like that, that'd be great to hear from you. Let's dive in right away because I'm so excited to talking about the Montreal Canadiens. And first, coach, we need to see you. Here we go, right there in the corner. And the first thing I want to talk is going to tell you what I'm going to talk today about this. This resumed the week of the February 6th to February 13th. We're going to review each game. We have 4 this week. Yes, DUCHARME is out. Yes, Martin Saint-Louis is in. Minor trade for the Montreal Canadiens. A roster change inside the Montreal Canadiens. The prospect update. I'm going to tell you a little bit what's going on with them. Some are at the Olympics. And then finally, I'm going to give you my first NHL draft mock for the first 15, honestly. And then the next couple of weeks, I'm going to give you the full 32 draft pick I have for you guys. So let's dive in. First, I want to talk about Montreal. Unfortunately, they have 0-4-0. They start Tuesday against the Devils. They lost 7-1. Again, Primo, it was removed of the game. Unfortunately, that was the last game with DUCHARME behind the bench. And I can go all the way with that part over there. You know what's happening. It was really a really bad night for Primo. Again, the Devils, where the Devil was really all over the Montreal Canadiens. They could not do absolutely nothing. It was the first game Montreal after the break at the All-Star game. Suzuki was back from the All-Star game. Thursday, it was the beginning of the first game with Martin Saint-Louis. It was the beginning of the first game, and 3 of them in the next 4 nights. And they lost again the Washington Capitals 5-2. But again, this game does not show exactly what happening, the outcome, because Montreal played very well. Again, Primo gave a full goal. It was removed during the game. Obviously, he cannot handle the Capitals, Washington. And that was his last game because after that, it was Seine and Laval and American Canadiens. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Finally, during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it was all about Montembeault. The loss again 2-1 was really a tough one for the Montreal. They dominate most of the time during Columbus, but Montembeault was unbelievable. Finally, at the end of the game, Petrie got a 2-minute, and there was maybe the one turn again, the momentum of the game. And Patrick Laney scored a one-timer shot, and the 8, 9, 30 seconds at the end of the game to give that W for the Blue Jacket. And then Sunday, we have Montembeault back in the game. This was all about Jeff Skinner. Scored 4 goals for Buffalo, being honest with you. And then it was not good enough for the Montreal because they lost by a score 5-3. Montembeault was good overall. But again, the defensive zone coverage was very bad. We have a goal of Jeff Petrie, but it was the one gave again the goal-winning goal because he gave away puck. Joel Armia scored for the Montreal, and Mike Hoffman. Cole Caulfield have 2 goals Thursday and Friday back-to-back. He had honestly 3 goals. One was Disalo. Caulfield was a good week overall for him until today. He struggled a little bit more with Suzuki and Toffoli. With this week, Montreal lost the last 8 games straight. Yes, you hear me. 8 straight. Did not win since December 28. They are 0-8-2 in the last 10 games. This is very not great. The only news we can say to guys since St. Louis is there, the Montreal overall, they play very good, better. So that's a good sign of positivity, but not good enough to get that W. Let's dive in now about the next graphic. I want to talk. Let's dive in. The first thing is what happening in behind the bench. Ducharme after the game, New Jersey, they was over for him. I mentioned this during the show, during the live stream. Chum cannot handle what's going on. It was all over him. It was too much overwhelming for him. Listen, the 8 goal, the 7 goal, the 6 goal, the 5 goal prior to that game, and then 7 goal again. The next day, the Montreal Canadiens announced the end of the Ducharme with the Montreal Canadiens organization, and they announced right away, surprisingly, Martin St. Louis. And we're going to talk about Martin St. Louis, but I'll be honest with you, the circumstance of what happening to Ducharme is really what make him happen, make him not do very well overall. And this, some of the stuff he was not in control. First, he bring that team all the way to the final Stanley Cup last season. Many of them never have a chance to recovery when the season restart. Then we have the injuries. We have the Carey Price injury. The Shea Weber injury, and then honestly, Joel Edmondson. 3 of the big role of the team last season during the playoff. Then you have the loss of Philippe Danault. I think the loss of Philippe Danault create a lot of damage around inside that team, plus affect other players. Then you have also Thomas Tatar, but honestly, it's software. I think Marc Bergevin did not give him the right team or the right tools to make the team better. His personality in and out. What you talk about, coach? Dominique is a smart coach, first of all. He knows his hockey. He knows what he's doing. Listen, he's just very smart overall as a coach. Unfortunately, he have a difficult time for me if you reevaluate everything, right? When we gave him, listen, he been with behind the bench for only 1 year. He took the spot at Claude Julien. Boom, inside that team did not do well behind him during the season. Back on the playoff, boom, this thing would go from nowhere. He bring them to the Stanley Cup. Come back again this year, it did not do well. Ideal for me is a personality behind the bench with no words, no emotion. It's a big problem for me. The second thing I would say to you is personality on the media, the way he talk, the way he express himself, did not connect a lot with the rest of the fans, I believe. And that's maybe did not turn around very well for him. I don't want to go deep. I don't want to hammer Ducharme. Listen, he's a great human being. He's a great person. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's a good fit for the Montreal Canadiens. What they had at that moment, I think, and we need to applaud Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. On the flip side, guys, here most of the year with a many injury, with Jake Allen, example, also with Carey Price out, he never have a good duo, a goaltender, and that's the reason the Montreal struggled for the last 6 weeks more because the goaltender Montembeault and Primo don't do the job. I understand Montembeault was pretty good overall, but still very hard when you have a goaltender number 3 and number. Welcome Martin St. Louis hired by the Montreal Canadiens right away after they fire Dominique Ducharme. Now, what he brings St. Louis? Listen, is a guy he always go through the challenge, the nose, the adversity. Everybody told him never do this, never do that, never do that. His mom, his dad, always teaching him to never give up. Go with the dedication, perseverance, passion, and do the possible you can do. Reach your greatness inside of you. Do everything it's possible until you realize this is the end. And St. Louis, Martin St. Louis, that's what he brings on the table. He brings that kind of the passion he can carry on around that team, that kind of the motivation, the players, one unit. He's a great leader. He's always been that way on ice and also off ice. And I think St. Louis, that's for me is very important. He's an Hall of Famer, guys. He won the Stanley Cup. He knows the feeling of the players. He knows how they feel. He been there. He knows adversity. He been there. And that's, for me, is very important. We understand you have no experience between the bench from a Pee-wee coach to the NHL. What the heck is that? It would take a period adaptation behind everything. But I'm not worried about that. He's not going to put Montreal Canadiens winning 20 games. What he's going to put is bring back Montreal Canadiens on the right track. When you talk about, coach, because Montreal was not on the track. It was all over the place. They have no system anymore. They don't work hard. They have no intensity. They don't really care. That's the thing. He won't start changing the atmosphere inside the locker room, the attitude. And then after that, was going to go with the work ethic. He talked a lot about the concept. He's going to teaching them the defensive side. Then he's going to go on the offensive side. Listen, he said today again, I'm watching every press conference he does, and he talk about the positivity. And he asked them, what do you do with Jeff Petrie? He said, listen, I'm not going to hammer him. I'm not here to hammer anybody. I don't know them overall. And I've been there. It's nothing right now to go worse at what it is already worse. I'm here to teaching them the concept. It would take time, and it's normal. I'm proud for what I saw so far. But one thing you're going to realize is the players, they are smart, they are intelligent, they're going to do very well in my concept. So patient, stay positive, and let's go back to have fun. Let's go back to the next day to practice. I love that kind of mindset. After 3 games, and that's what I'm talking about. Yes, they lost. Yes, the good thing, they've been in the game. 5-2 does not show. It's an empty net, and Caulfield lose the game and lose a goal. And during that game against Washington, 34 shots versus 10 the last 40 minutes. 2-1 against Columbus, really close. 5-3 today, they gave 4 goals of Jeff Skinner. But again, I think Montreal, that third period was pretty good, but not good enough opportunity to change that game. Obviously, they don't play until Thursday, so you're going to see a team going to day off tomorrow, I believe, and then he's going to return with them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're going to see another kind of team next week. I would not be surprised. You're going to see a team better execute better overall. I know it's a long video, guys, but I want to express to you what my feelings are about Martin St. Chariot is out. He got hurt Saturday night. Saturday afternoon, again, the Columbus Blue Jacket is right now on the 7 days out in the lineup. They bring Schoenemann, the emergency, bring him from Laval Rocket. It was his 3rd game in 3 days for him. No news about Carey Price, honestly. You maybe knows more at me. This is just like, we're going to see. I will tell you when he's going to be in the lineup. That's the only thing I can tell you about Carey Price right now. Montreal is very transparency about what's going on. Dave Orek, they thought he's going to bring back this weekend. Not good enough. It's the day today. He's going to be back. I would not be surprised Thursday. We know during the week, Armia back in the lineup. Caulfield back in the lineup. Ducharme remove Pitlick Tuesday. Bring Dauphin. And with Martin St. Louis, now it's Pesada and Dauphin are out in the lineup. They make a trade with the Minnesota Wild. They got the goaltender Andrew Hammond, and return they send Baddock. The reason why is because Caden Primo struggled too much, and they need to have return Primo, and that's what they did in Laval Rockets. And Hammond was on the bench with the Montreal Canadiens Sunday. Back up at Montreal. Not be surprised to see him the next couple of games with the Montreal Canadiens. This is the prospect I'm going to disappear for you guys. You can see this. I know it's not big. Maybe try to increase things. That's the best I can do for you guys, unfortunately, about that. Great weeks overall. Cole Caulfield is a prospect. Yes, he is, honestly. Scored 2 goals this week in 3 games. Farrell with Olympics have already 6 points in 2 games for the Team USA. Roy have a game of 3 assists during the weekend. Goalie have a 1 goal, 1 assist, also with Edmonton and W. What about Shane Wright? By the way, Montreal Canadiens, Jeff Gordon, and also Ken Hughes went to Kingston to watch the game for Shane Wright, where you have a 2 goal, 2 assists with 4 shots on the net, 1 goal on the short-ended. Great performance of Shane Wright. Then you have a couple of players like Kiki on the next NHL draft. Have a 3 assists during the weekend, a couple of clean, Kapanen, and then Slavkovsky have also a goal for. But I want to give you my first time, my top 15 NHL draft mock 1.0 for you guys. You can see better. Shane Wright in my number 1, followed by Cooley, Lambert, Kiki, Nemec, Savoie, Slavkovsky, Miroshnichenko, Kemel, Yorav, Nazar, Jirashek, Likerimiki, Mikorati, and Casey. You have a couple more players, honestly, but let's give right now that moment for what I saw since the beginning of the season, what I am right now with my NHL draft pick for 2022. So please give me what you think about my draft pick. What you have anything you think is right or wrong. That'd be great to hear from you guys about my NHL draft mock. There for this week, Montreal Canadiens is going to have 5 games until the end of the February. So they play only Thursday this week against the St. Louis Blues, and then Sunday they are off. Saturday, Sunday they play again the New York Islanders, but they play also Monday against Toronto next week, and then after that they play Thursday. So they have a 3-game and 4-night next week before the end of the month. So it is something we have to follow up for with the Montreal Canadiens. So guys, this completes another video for the weekly Montreal Canadiens. Before we leave, of course, hopefully you're going to subscribe, share this video with all your friends, your family. We need to reach the 4,000 subscriber before the end of the year. Finally, click on the likes, that'd be good. And then tell me what you think about this video for the Montreal Canadiens videos called the series video called the Let's Talk Habs with the hockey coach, your coach Frenchy. But you know what I'm talking to tell you right now. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great week, everybody. I look forward for next week for another video. And of course, we wish the best for the Montreal Canadiens. We'll go to follow. And please watch this channel. We bring you every day 3 shows per day, 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, in the evening, plus a couple of videos during the week. So I look forward to hear from you very soon. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody. And be well, be healthy. And find a way not only to dominate your day, find a way to dominate your 2022.